Okay, hi everyone. This is Mary from Stampin' Camp with Mary, Mary's Stamping Happenings. And today is Stampin' Camp with Mary, my live class today. Let me see if I've got you. It's live now. Oh, yes, I've got you on. Got you on. Oh, hey, Carol, how are you doing today? If you're here, just make a comment so I can see who's all here. Today is, I hope everybody's having a good time after, hi Nilu, after Thanksgiving. I know we had to work, but then after the rest of the volunteers and some of the rangers and stuff got together here, and hey, Rosemary, and we had a potluck Thanksgiving. And so we had a lot of good food. We had everybody who we invited came, which we didn't think was going to happen. So we didn't think we'd have enough food, but we had a ton of food. You know, when you have potlucks, even when people don't bring everything, it's just really cool because you usually have a lot of food. So today I want to do two different cards with two different techniques. I'm going to show you them. First off, I want to remind you that just a few more days, today's the 28th and the 30th is the last day you can join the Happening Stampers, my team, for $75. But you can choose $125 worth of product for your starter kit. So really great. And then on December 1st, you can order from the new mini catalog. So that's really cool. And the stuff I'm going to show you today is from the new mini catalog. So that's going to be really a fun thing, what we're going to see. So we're going to see two new techniques plus two new bundles. I think it's two bundles. No, one bundle and one stamp set. So anyhow, I want to quickly show you the cards. Let's see if you can see this one. This is called Amazing Silhouettes. And I will show you how to do that technique. And then this one is the Blessings of Home. And I'm going to show you how to do, you can't really see it. Maybe you can see it when I'm under the other light, but how to watercolor with the Wink Costello. I am just really excited about all the new stuff in the catalog. You know, we just had our on stage and they gave us some free stuff. It's just great being a demo for Stampin' Up. They really, really take care of us. So I'm going to move you over so I can show you all the great techniques. Okay, there we are. Okay. So the first technique is really an easy technique. And let me see if I even have it. I thought I had. Okay. It's a fairly decent and easy technique. Well, let me get a bigger block here. It's not fitting on that block that I wanted to fit it on. Let's see. Yeah, it just barely fits on this one. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is the silhouette. This is Amazing Silhouettes. There's three stamp sets, and it's almost a reverse stamp set. You're stamping the outline of the stamp. You're not stamping the stamp itself. So I wanted, in the catalog, there are some really cool cards that do this type of modeling, this type. Oh, it's almost like a watercoloring. Let's see, get that. But you use a different colorings. This one has the green in it. This one has reds and yellows and that. So I wanted to show you how to do this. So what we are using is we are using the Amazing Silhouettes. Since this does not have any sayings on it, I'm also using Friends Are Like Seashells, and I'm using the thank you because, you know, if you buy something from me this week, you may get the thank you notes we make today. So first off, we're using that for ink. I am using Real Red, Old Olive, Garden Green, Blackberry Bliss, Crushed Curry, Cherry Cobbler. Now I'm going to do a couple of these with different colorings. Also, what I'm using is I'm using one of our blending brushes. Okay, mainly the red one because that's the one that's the darkest one. So what you want to do, let's do this first. What you want to do is you want to cover your stamp with your lightest color. So I'm going to use Crushed Curry here. Now, this is almost like a rock and roll type technique. You know how you do rock and roll, you do it, and then you put the other darker color on and all of that. Now, I want to do a little green on here. Okay. We're just going to put some of the old olive green on here. And then I want to use just a little bit of the garden green. I want to make it a little more green in some areas. So I'm just putting that on. And then just slightly cherry cobbler. Just a little bit of the area. Okay. Then I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm just going to blend it in. Just circle it around. I have found that you may want to do a little more around the edges, or you may get some of the edges not blended. And then all you do is you stamp it. Mary is wonderful, Mary is wonderful, Mary is wonderful. Hey, Michelle. And there you go. Now you can do it as dark as you want. See, I did get some green there, Nilu, instead of, I had done it with Granny Apple Green. Now all I'm going to do is I am going to take my, let's take my old olive and stamp the thank you. Just like that, okay? Quick, easy, easy peasy. So that's, there's my, a quick, easy card. Okay. And I was, oh, there it is. I was working on all my stuff today. For Thanksgiving, for the folks that came to Thanksgiving, I made these bookmarks. Everybody loved them. So everybody got a bookmark. Okay, so let's do this again. Just to show you how easy and peasy this is. And this time, I am going to just use crushed curry. All around. And then I am going to use some cherry cobbler, some real red, and the real red I am just going to use around the outside a little bit. Almost, you know, just like you're rocking and rolling it. Just roll it around. And then I'm going to use some dark coloring. I want a little bit of coloring, Blackberry Bliss coloring. And again, then what I am going to do is I'm just going to take my blending brush and blend it. Grab another card. I'm using the note cards. Of course, I'm using the note cards. Don't I always use note cards? I love my note cards. This one just fits perfectly on a full-size note card. And there you go. A little more of the reds. You can see some of the yellows, but it turns to almost oranges with the reds. Okay. Now, again, you can do the butterfly. You can do, this would probably look good in the greens or the blues. It's like a little stem with leaves. So I really like that. So that is a cool, you could do this. You don't have to have just these stamps, but any full stamp. It doesn't have to be, you know, the silhouettes, but if you have any full stamp and you want to do it, this would be really a good technique on it. It gives you that model type stuff. Look. Okay, so we're going to go and do another one. So, oh, I forgot to put the thank you on this one. Where's my thank you? There's my thank you. And let's use real red. Remember, if you purchase from me, everything you need to purchase is in the description. You may get this card from me. Okay, we are going to start the other card. So let me put all of this away. Okay, so this is the card we're going to be making. Now I've did some of this stuff already. What we are using is, I am using the Blessings of Home. It's got a really big flower here and a smaller flower. I'm using the smaller flower, but I like the sayings. Thank you for inspiring me. Have a perfect birthday. We can get through anything together. I really like that one. I've used it 3 or 4 times already. What a beautiful day for love. You are a real blessing to everyone around you. So I really love these. It comes as a bundle. You can get the bundle. It will cut out the big flower and it cuts out the little flower we're using. I've already used that. It has some little flowers that you can cut out, 3 little flowers. Then it has, this is a really neat one. It goes like a frame. You can make a frame out of it. And then it has some of the little pieces too you can just cut out. So what we are, then we're using that for ink. I am using some Stampin' Up markers. I am using Old Olive. I am using Fresh Freesia, and I am using Soft Succulents. Okay. I am also going to be using the Wink Stella Clear. Okay. For cardstock, I am using an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of soft succulent. I think, yeah, no, yeah, soft succulent. I am using a piece of Whisper White. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4, just the quarter sheet. You can get 2 of these on it. This is what I did first. Can you see that? Nah, you can't really see that shine, but it does sparkle. Oh, there you can, just a little bit. Okay. So you can get 2 on that. I am also using some Fresh Freesia that I cut out already, and some pale papaya. I use the seasonal labels die to cut these out. I did the big one and then the smaller one for that. And I also used the, where is it? The Floral 3D embossing folder. And I know I had it out, but oh well, I'll find it when we go and clean up everything. So that is what I'm using. So the first thing you are going to do, and you saw that I used this first one I did, I inked up the fresh with it just with fresh freesia. And then I just watercolored it. Just as if you did the blends, watercolored it. But I wanted to do a little more coloring on it. I wanted it to use the rest of the coloring on it. So what I did, let me bring this out. So what I did for the next one is I took my Stampin' Up markers and I went over these. Now I would stamp it first, realistically, and then go over, because you will notice in the one I'm going to use here soon, some of the leaves are fresh freesia, because I didn't think they were leaves when I looked at them, oh, like that one is a leaf. And these aren't leaves, but this is a leaf down here, and that's a leaf up there. So I'm trying to get everything all colored with the fresh freesia. It may be better to use a darker one that you could see, because I really can't see this coloring. But then I am going to take my old olive, and the old olive I'm going to use down here on the stems, and some of the leaves down here, okay? And then I'm going to use some of the just jade. It's just jade, not soft succulents. Just jade. Why did I use the old olive? Because the old olive was out here because I was doing my book. Oh, well, so I did old olive instead of just jade. So I'm going to use some just jade. I was going to say that didn't look like old olive on there. Tough luck, Mary. Gee whiz. Roll with the punches, guys. Roll with the punches. And then I'm going to use some soft succulents. And again, then what I'm going to tell you to do is go back over and do the fresh freesia, at least on the outside ones, so you know you got it. Okay. And remember, when you do this, always use the large side, not the small side. And I believe this right here is one, and that's one. Okay, so now I'm going to huff on it and stamp it. Okay, so I've got a bunch of different colors on there. Now I am going to take my Wink of Stella, making sure, and just like using it as a blender pen, you're just going to pull that coloring off of it so it looks like it's got watercolor. And I will tell you right now, your best bet is to come from the bottom, because this has more coloring than the other one. And always make sure you've got some. It's just watercoloring with the, and then I'm just going to color these in. Now, I will tell you one thing you can do, okay? If you don't want it to be as light as that and you want it just to be a little darker, you want just a little bit of re-inker. and a lot of water. And then you're going to pick that up with your Wink of Stella. And that's going to be just a little bit darker. And it depends. You all know the more inker you use and less water you use, the darker it's going to be, right? And then I'm going to do the same thing with the greens. Just pull those greens out. And I really wish you could see this in person. You can if you order from me, and I will this week, and I will put this in your order. You remember December 1st starts the last chance sale from the June to December, July to December mini catalog. Up to 50% off some of the items in the mini catalog. I've put a file up in the group so you can go look at what's going to be on sale. That starts December 1st. Now, see, if you're you take advantage of the $75 special for joining. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Cindy. You can then on December 1st order from the mini catalog, pre-order from the mini catalog, and order from the last chance list and get a 20% discount. I think that's pretty great. Okay, now what I'm going to do with that is I am going to take this and I'm going to run this through the stamp cut and emboss machine. And this is what you get. Now don't look too closely on it, especially down here. See, I got the leaves are fresh freesia. So what I am going to do is I'm going to, where's my Stampin' Dimensionals? I'm going to cut a few off here. How many of you use the ends of your Stampin' Dimensionals? You know, you can get so many more on it. And I want to show you something, a tip here. Somebody said this would be really good. What I am doing is I'm going to put this on, but I am going to take my Stampin' Seal. I'm just hopefully run just a little bit of Stampin' Seal on this. Put Stampin' Dimensionals on both ends and some Stampin' Seal in them. We all know that we love layers and we love to use our Stampin' Dimensionals, but the post office sometimes says, oh, it's too thick. You need another stamp, or you need another way to post it. So this pulls it down somewhat, and then this squashes. So that, and then of course you're going to put a couple of more Stampin' Dimensionals on here, just like that. Oh, I am also using, and I don't want to put this on straight. I want this a little crooked. I am using Highland Heather for the saying, because I wanted it to stand out in the fresh freesia. And so it's a little bit darker. And then again, I am using a couple of Stampin' Dimensional. So guys, how are you liking it so far? And I'm putting my thank you right like that. So it does give it a little bit more lift, but then hopefully it'll go through a little bit easier. So you've got both of the cards today. Which ones did you like the best? Which one did you like the best? Which technique are you going to use? Are you going to be coloring with your Wink of Stella, or are you going to be using your blending brushes to give that mottled look around your stamps on your big stamps? I'm going to turn you around. There I am. So how do you like it? Which ones do you like? So do you like the watercoloring with the Wink of Stella, or do you like the modeling? So just remember, you can get these starting in January unless you're on my team. And if you're on the Happening Stampers team, you can order these stamp sets starting December 1st. Let me know if you want to join, and I'll get you a link. There is a link in the description, but I can get you another link if you want to join. So thanks for visiting, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.